Alright, welcome back. We are on episode 18, and we're going to start the Hoon Homestead. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I'm going to make a decision that I usually don't make in this one. I usually go up there and kill Erastus. This time I'm going to let him go and see if I can run into him in some other zone and see if he has any dialogue that I have not seen yet. So, moving forward.
We just want to talk.
We can talk through the door just fine.
You also want to steal all your shit and maybe cut you a little.
You know what? I think I'll keep the door closed.
You got to the count of 10 before we shoot the door down.
No way you can count that.
10, 9, 7.
We got ourselves a raider with the head on his shoulders, Angus.
Gonna be ashamed to blow it off.
We're gonna cut you apart when we get in there, lady.
What'd he say?
He's talking about cutting you apart, Angus.
Tell him to fuck himself.
If you do fight this encounter, this guy here, you need to kill quickly. He's got a rocket launcher that'll fuck you up.
Open up, old lady. We just want to talk.
We can talk through the door just fine.
You also want to steal all your shit and maybe cut you a little.
You know what? I think I'll keep the door closed.
Huh? Oh, shit! The Rangers! They got the jump on us! Let's get them! Easy now, cousins. Before we get to the killing, I'm gonna give these Heartlanders the chance to apologize for killing my brother Jarrett. Go on, Rangers. Tell us how sorry you are. Are you pretending you meant that? Are you pretending you care even the tiniest little bit about my baby brother? Listen up, you cat-loving simp!
So, since you brought Major Tomcat along with you, he gives you that line.
My name is Erastus Dorsey of the Dorsey clan, and we were sent by God to find you, hunt you, and wipe you from the face of the earth. But now, you gone and killed my brother, so I'm adding my own wrath to the wrath of God. This ain't just the deluge of blood anymore. It's vengeance. I'm gonna peel off an inch of your skin for every tear I shed over the death of that poor, sweet angel boy. And Rangers, I shed 1,000. Even, it would take the death of the whole world to repay me for my Jarrett's life. God says it's time for the skinning knife.
So if you pick the hard ass option here, you'll end up giving them a demoralized debuff and fight them. I believe if you pick this option, the peaceful way out, I think he still attacks. So the only one that gets you to peaceful option is this kiss-ass one.
Don't listen to them! We outnumber them 2-1!
Oh, that may be true, Erastus, but so did Jared and his boys, right?
Yeah, a lot of us could die.
Who cares? Jared's gotta be avenged!
Sorry, Erastus. Put your gun up. We want to get home alive.
Cowards! Traitors! Apostates! This is mutiny! You don't deserve to be washed in the deluge! Calculate this, motherfuckers! My knife plus your belly equals your intestines steaming in the snow! You hear me?
Come on, Erastus, stand down. Let's get out of here.
You ain't seen the last of me, you butchers!
No way.
Come on in, get warm.
So you see how Erastus he was in the middle of the conversation with the Hoons there at the end. I mean, that's just bad programming. That the dialogue line should stop the second you get into any kind of contact with Erastus. It's just so stupid sometimes. It's like they don't even play their own fucking game. Anyway, so Erastus is gone. You know, we didn't get the XP for fighting that fight. Erastus has a gun, a big gun that Quan could have used at that point. Overall, it's probably better for you to go ahead and take him out now, but I really want to see if I run into him again, and maybe somehow I can arrest him. Which is really the ultimate goal of the playthrough, is to get as many people in that jail as I can.
Thanks for the help, strangers. In all our years, we ain't never seen raiders put up their guns and walk away. How'd you do that?
We're the Hoons, by the way. My name's Avie, and this here's my husband Angus. You strangers saved our whole family from those bushwhackers. Except for poor Dee. Who are you folks anyway?
Desert Rangers? Well, that's a new one on me. But we're always the last to get news, living way up here.
Tell you what, we ain't got much money, but we got more bullets stashed than we'll ever need. Back when we were young, we were always saving for the next shootout.
That ain't near enough for saving our lives, but maybe it'll help keep you safe. Questions? Okay, let's hear them. Never even heard of them. We get some strange folk up here, and other things that ain't folk at all. But I don't recall any Dorseys.
They're one of the original 100 families, Mr. Hoon, from down in Colorado Springs. We thought they'd been wiped out, but they've been hiding all these years.
Huh. I thought the 100 families was high class. Them folks was not high class. Mostly by hunting game and growing crops in the greenhouse. Before the deluge of fire, folks say there were all kinds of good things to eat. Now, all we got is beets, mushrooms, and cabbage.
They have broccoli down in the city, and parsnips too. What we wouldn't give for a decent parsnip.
A good man. He's kept Colorado alive for 50 years. Some folks might have gripes against him, but we don't pay him no mind.
We're old enough to remember the bad times before the Patriarch. Raiders, thieves, and wild men everywhere. That all stopped when the Patriarch took charge. Well, until those Dorseys showed up at our door.
Sure is. You've got a good eye.
That gun was handmade by our son, Alistair, back when he joined the Patriarch's marshals. Being a Hoon, he figured he could make a better rifle than the standard issue. And as you could see, he was right. Didn't save him, though. Some yahoo shot him down while he was trying to break up a fight. The gun's all we have left of him, so we like to keep it close.
Alistair Hoon. I remember him. Nice fella. Helped train me to shoot.
Been a few years now. Still proud of him, even though he's gone.
If you're ever up this way again, stop in and say hello. You're always welcome round here. What a cute little fella you got there. I ain't never seen a real cat before, except in old picture books.
I like his taste in hats. Is that a cat thing, wearing hats? Well, I'll be damned. Wish I'd been around to see that.
Maybe I can rustle him up some chow. You like beets, little fella? How about some nice cabbage? He don't seem much interested. I guess he ain't hungry right now. Best of luck and stay alive. We always ask folks not to touch that rifle. Like we said, it belonged to our boy. We'd never part with it. Not for all the oil in Denver.
Tell me you're not about to start trouble with a couple of 80-year-olds, because that's where I draw the line.
I thought Lucia had a line here too.
That rifle is sacred in this house. You ain't thinking about swiping it, I hope.
Hmm.
That rifle is sacred in this house. You ain't thinking about swiping it, I hope.
I could almost have sworn that she had a line there.
You pussies let them Dorseys go? After they murdered Dee Dee?
Elmore Hoon, these people saved our lives. Don't you ever talk to them like that.
All right, fine. Sorry. This house is so quiet without Dee Dee. I'm gonna be Marshal one day, just like Uncle Alistair. When I get older, Grandma says I can have Uncle Alistair's gun. This house is so quiet without Dee Dee. I'm gonna be Marshal one day, just like Uncle Alistair.
Wow, his random lines changed completely than what they would be if you attacked.
My poor little girl. Don't know how I'm gonna tell her daddy that she's gone. I told Dee Dee to stay put, but she wouldn't listen. Must have tried to go for help. My husband's out on a long hunt. Wish he was here to meet you. I'm baking cookies. Always calms my nerves. Elmore's got a big old mouth. I feed him cookies so he won't talk so much. You meet my daughter, Tabitha, and she's just going through a phase. I hope. Oh, don't mind Angus Jr. He's sweet, but ain't quite right in the head. Abby and Angus are sweet. I'm just an in-law, but they treat me like kin. My husband's out on a long hunt. Wish he was here to meet you.
Spent the past 2 weeks in the field hunting a pack of raiders. They'd taken some of the local kids hostage, and we were keen to get them back. Lucky for us, they weren't too good at covering their tracks. Caught them in a box canyon and hid them right at daylight. Glad to say the kids are back with their kin, safe and sound. I've been promoted to full marshal. Ain't that something? I know you worry, Ma, but it really feels like I'm making a difference here. It's hard work, dangerous work, but I'm helping keep people safe. And that's gotta count for something in this fallen world. Anyhow, tell the family I miss them terribly, and I hope to see you and Pa soon. Your son, Alistair Hoon.
That's just weird. Why? They know he's their son, so why does he have to put his last name in there? Why not just Alistair? Why Alistair Hoon? What, do you think they're gonna forget their last name? Ah, we leveled at some point and I didn't notice it. Okay. Let's put a hard save here. Level 8. Remember when that happened. Alright. Another luck. Sneaky shit. Remember, we're trying to get sneaky shit to 10 before we hit Steel Town. Which means we're going to have a lot of perks that we're going to get that has nothing to do with sniper rifles. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get Con up.
What can we do for you, friends? Hear that, Angus? The toaster was fixable.
I knew that. Just didn't feel like eating toast. But thanks, strangers. Appreciate it.
Best of luck and stay alive.
I miss my brother Alistair. When's he coming home? Dee Dee's always nice to me. Tabby's always mean. I can't go poop when people are watching. I miss my brother Alistair. When's he coming home?
I asked my mother if she'd let me have Dee Dee's corpse. She said no. People make funny noises when they die. Ever notice? I notice. You should take videos of the people you kill. I'd watch them. Why complain about life, you know? It's so easy to end it. My father said he was going on a hunting trip, but he really wanted to get away from me. Did you know that, technically, you're a serial killer? My parents named me Angel when I was born. They changed it once I started talking. If you close your eyes really tight, you can make them bleed. You should take videos of the people you kill. I'd watch them.
Twisted individual.
What can we do for you, friends?
Sad story behind that grave, Rangers. About 40 years ago, when my folks were still living, a beautiful lady came up this way from the big city. Stayed with us for a night before heading out on her own. We warned her not to go by herself on account of all the nasty critters, but she wouldn't listen. My pappy and me were worried, so we followed her. Found her up in that clearing. She'd hanged herself from a tree. She left a note tied to her body. He took everything, so I chose nothing. She never told us her name, so we carved that on her grave. Buried her up there with a few personal things she had on her. Not long after that, some official-looking folks from the city came around asking about the lady. We told them what happened and showed them her grave. Didn't look too pleased, but they thanked us and never came back.
Best of luck and stay alive.
So, wonder who that is. He took everything. Billy and Jean. Alright. Time for the dog to go bone. So Billy and Jean gives us some critical damage, but it also has an attack during combat that can stun some.
Oh, look. Billy and Jean have taken a shine to you.
Well, that's a first. Watch your fingers, Rangers.
It's odd they kind of just let you take the goat without any further comment. legs. Let's see. Do we need anybody? Does anybody need our merc legs? Let's see. I can wear them. But no more good costume. Looks pretty horrible.
User interface system offline. User interface system offline. Set remote status pending activation. Mode key, please. Mode key, please. Mode key, please. Set remote status pending activation.
Okay, so you can use the terminal to open this door if you have a person come over here and step on the plate. But since we have lockpicking at 6, we're going to go ahead and get the XP. Hmm. Alright, so don't leave without killing these. Some free XP here.
Target.
Moving on. What can we do for you, friends? Only that it's full of alarms and sleeping bots. Angus and I peeked in there a few times, but we knew better than to wake 'em up.
Back before the bombs fell, a whole lot of folks built hidey holes around here. Some of them were awful fancy, too. The families in charge of Colorado Springs are all descended from folks like that. Ornery, independent thinking types.
Best of luck and stay alive.
Okay, so that would have been a longer episode had we fought, harassed us and killed him there. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll find him in the Wasteland and get some unique dialogue from him. So we're done with the Hoon Homestead. Level 8 for the primary character. Everyone else is level 7, so we can't power up. Toss a hard save here. And let's see. So at this point we're gonna leave the homestead and head off to deal with Gideon's quest, which is here. So we'll be heading to the bazaar next. Alright. So next episode, heading to the bazaar. Later, guys.